7:23 in less than 2 hours, a Memorial Day ceremony will begin in downtown Jacksonville, as it does every year, to remember local heroes who have lost their lives. Mayor John Payton will be there, so will Congressman Ander Crenshaw and Congresswoman Corrine Brown. Representative Crenshaw has been very vocal among the military community and in the efforts to bring a nuclear aircraft carrier back to Mayport. He is joining us live this morning to discuss the latest in funding and the latest go-round between us and Virginia in trying to secure this nuclear carrier. Good morning to you, Congressman.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. So what is the latest with this? Because every year it comes up to be reappropriated, this money that the Navy has set aside for fixing up Mayport. What has happened in the latest round here?
Well, the decision has been made. After a 2.5-year study, the Navy said we ought to make Mayport nuclear capable. The Secretary of the Navy agreed, the Secretary of Defense agreed, the President of the United States agreed, and so that decision has been made. But the Navy put the money in what they call a 5-year plan. So every year we have to play this political game with Virginia. They try to take the money out. They did this year. We just put it back in the Appropriations Committee. So this is the third year that we've won the battle. Mayport is going to become a nuclear carrier basin, but we have to go through this every year.
Earlier in the month, though, they voted to actually gut $15 million from Mayport.
There's an authorizing committee that the Virginia delegation seems to control, and so this year, just like last year, they took the money out. But the Appropriations Committee, which I sit on, which really makes the final decision, we put the money back in. It's there. It'll be voted on by the House and then by the Senate, and I'm confident they will continue to make the upgrades that are necessary to bring a nuclear carrier to Mayport.
Congressman Crenshaw, isn't it just a waste of time what Virginia tries to do every year? Shouldn't somebody admonish them and say, listen, everybody has determined it only makes sense to have 2 ports along the eastern seaboard that are capable to have a nuclear carrier? I mean, that's just almost a no-brainer to most people.
It's right. You just don't put all your eggs in one basket, and the Navy has made that decision, but they have the right to play the political games they do. But this is about national security. It's not about Virginia versus Florida. It's about what's best for the country, and that decision has been made. So we'll have to fight these, I call them skirmishes. We've won the battle, but there'll be skirmish after skirmish until a nuclear carrier sails into Mayport.
Just a few weeks ago, I know that yourself and Senator Nelson and Senator Rubio tried to push up the date for bringing a carrier here to Mayport. What date did you want, and what did the Navy ultimately say? Sorry, we can't do it.
Well, I wrote a letter to the Secretary of the Navy to say, since it's going to cost less than we thought to do these upgrades, why don't we consider moving the timetable up? I think at this point the timetable will stay where it is, but we'll just take it 1 year at a time.
1 year at a time, which is very nice and very diplomatic of you. How is Mayport coming along? What needs to be done still?
Well, they've already started dredging the carrier basin. There's money to do the wharf upgrades. There's money for planning and design. This year the money is for roads and some of the infrastructure. They still need to build what's called a controlled industrial facility, and that's a very nuclear-specific project. But we're well on our way, and I think that, as you point out, it would save a lot of time and energy if the Virginia people would just say, the decision's been made, let's move on.
Maybe as a people we should write a letter to them? Will that change any minds?
Well,
I don't think so,
our
right?
community, I think, has been very supportive to say this is the right decision.
Thank you so much, Congressman Crenshaw.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here this morning.